Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
We're back, episode 41, episode Chris Sale. Featuring Hero
Hey,
in the building, young rapper, 21 years old from Roxbury, Massachusetts.
That's me.
Bringing back some old school vibes. He's got bars for days, which we'll put on display in a little bit. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for making your way down here.
Thank you for these wings. Really appreciate that.
We got some last-second wings just before the podcast started, and they're delicious.
All eating will be done off mic. PSA.
Yeah, no chewing into the microphone.
All eating will be done off mic.
No
it's a
chewing
rule we
into
just
the
made.
microphone.
It's a new rule. Boston's Big Four. Anyone out there, if you're eating, stay off the mic. Conference calls, whatever. It happens.
True. I mean, I feel like people should know that already.
Shout out conference calls.
Oh, yeah, so we do a shout-out compilation every
so
episode.
Let's collect our shout-outs.
Yeah, so we shout out random shit, and then we make a compilation of it at the end. So, but yeah, welcome to the podcast. Why don't you just introduce yourself, talk about, how you got into music and where you're at right now, what's coming up for you.
Where I'm at right now is I'm a 21-year-old rapper from Roxbury, as we've stated.
Yes.
But I don't know. I've got into music. I've just been kind of rapping forever, I guess. You guys probably hear that a lot,
Yeah, but that's what we like to hear.
I've been rapping since I was.
We want to know that you're dedicated to it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been rapping since I was like 8, 9, 10, something like that. But I've been taking it seriously when I turned 17.
Okay.
And it's when I knew that I could really do this, and it's when I really knew that I had a talent for it, because I made a lot of shitty songs when I was like 12, 13 years old. Very crappy music.
Yeah.
But I'm making good music now, and it's pretty dope.
Hell yeah. So your first album was Roxbury.
Mm-hmm.
That came out 2016?
That came out, I put it out on SoundCloud 2016, but technically the official streaming release date is in 2018. So
okay.
It's only a year old.
Yeah, all right. And then your most recent one is Mission Hill.
It came out 3 months ago today.
Word.
Yeah.
And that's getting a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Or a decent amount of traction. Like it's kind of helping to get your name out there a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting about 100 views a week, which isn't terrible, but it's something, and I'm happy that people are listening to it.
It's close to home.
Yeah, you're definitely starting a bit of a wave, which is good. And it's pretty
Owen.
cool. It's pretty cool that you're a young kid kind of really embracing the old school vibe, which obviously you're a big fan of. Like you were talking about before, you love DJ Premier and rapping over those types of beats. You produce your own tracks too, and you've been into making those boom bap beats and so
Which is
what
a lot
is
of
it?
work. You definitely deserve credit to be putting. Usually those are dedicated jobs. Like someone else produces, someone's rapping. Like you put it all.
It's a lot of work, and it's why I don't put out music that often, because it's a lot of work. Like I'll spend a month on one song, and that's just making the beat and writing and recording it.
Yeah.
And I'm for my next project, my next future projects, I'm hoping to showcase the talent, the producers in the area that really have the talent to make this stuff.
Once again, shouts out producers.
Yes.
We've done this before.
Shout out producers.
Shouts out to producers, unsung heroes, making it happen.
Yep.
Yeah. It's cool to have the different hands in different baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. So being, kind of young, like how I would say a lot of people your age kind of aren't into the, the old school stuff as much. I don't know. Maybe I just sound old saying that, but
well, rap has definitely evolved.
Rap has definitely changed a lot, and what's made you kind of embrace that old school style and just stick with that?
I guess I've just always appreciated like bars.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
A lot of these new school artists do have bars, especially some of the mainstream ones. Dave East and Dave Cole, J. Cole and Dave East and a bunch of other people that are really talented, that are getting the recognition they deserve.
Right.
But I feel like if you couldn't spit bars back in the 90s, you weren't popular.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Right. You can get by with minimal talent these days if you have the right marketing team behind you and you have like a marketable image, basically. Which
Shout out to bars.
Shout out to bars. Shout out to people keeping it hip hop. Like our man Hero right
bars.
here. Yeah.
I got bar.
I'm the card carrying barbarian. Can't keep your dick in your pants if you aren't wearing them. Shouts out Palmer Squares.
Shouts out Palmer Squares. You did a show with Palmer Squares
I
recently.
did, yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
That was it's pretty good. They're really talented.
Yeah.
And I'm so lucky
awesome.
to be able to open for such a talented group of individuals.
Yeah, and they're pretty down to earth. They really make themselves available during after shows. Like you can hang out with them. They're
good.
It's pretty interesting to see
dudes.
someone who they got
They're
1 million
good dudes.
views on a couple of their songs, and they're willing to hang out.
Yeah, they're good dudes.
Yeah, it's cool.
So you've been doing a lot of shows lately.
I've been making up for a lot of lost time.
Yeah.
I've been playing
So how many shows have you done past few months? You were saying before.
I played my first show in March, and
Okay.
I've done about 40 shows, 40 show appearances since then.
That's incredible.
That's about
Really getting yourself out
6
there.
or 7
Yeah.
a month. Yeah.
No, this kid's
They're
grinding.
gonna get to know you. Yeah. Have you done any repeat venues?
I've done a couple. I played at the Middle East a couple times.
Okay, so you're getting to know like
I'm
the
getting
characters
to know
there.
the
Yeah,
people.
That's definitely a good place to be playing.
that is key.
Making connections there.
Big names out of the Middle East. That's like the Comedy Store of Boston hip
Yeah.
hop.
Mhm.
Shout out Middle East.
Yeah. Shout out Middle East.
Shout out Leeds.
Shout out Leeds.
I hope Leeds gets back to me.
Hopefully.
I'll be in. I'm going to be in
Leeds,
their
get back
inbox.
to Hero.
I'm going to be in their inbox every day until they
Please.
get back to me about another show.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, that just constant poking. It's how it's got to be because there's a lot of messages coming through, and everyone's trying to be a musician. So you got to make yourself noticed. And 40 shows in a few months. That's one way to do it for sure. I mean,
it's definitely.
We found you.
Exactly. I was just gonna say. I mean, I it's no coincidence that I found you and other leads and other like blogs and stuff have been picking up on your music. You know what I mean? That's a result of you getting yourself out there. And there are a lot of people that go to a lot of shows and probably have seen you multiple times, and it's like
And
that leaves an impact, especially if you're killing it on stage, which. Judging from the way you rap, I'm pretty sure you probably do. So,
and like 40 shows. That's with no management. That's with really no help. Just me reaching out to people. Meeting one person.
You were saying you're
to the
so
next
persistent.
Person.
Like you.
I'll message you 100 times. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what
It's
you
the
need
type
to
of
do.
work.
Show up
That's
at
what
your
you need
venue.
to
I
do.
don't care.
Yeah.
Maggie's Lounge. Here I come. Shout out Maggie's Lounge.
Shout out Maggie's Lounge. That's their second shout out on this podcast.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Maggie's Lounge is another
We've
hip-hop
talked
den.
about it before. Maggie's Lounge is like the only place on the South Shore that does hip hop shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad, actually.
Is there any other place close to here that's like?
I'm trying to
good
think.
stuff?
No, I'm not sure.
No, on the South Shore, there's not. Maggie's Lounge is the only place on the South Shore that does hip hop shows.
Interesting.
It really
I didn't even
is.
realize that. Yeah.
Wait,
There
one.
used to be like Kelly Cellar and Half Door, but they're gone now. They're
True.
in Quincy.
True. I feel like they mostly did rock shows, though.
Because Bring the Noise. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's what I guess was a hybrid kind of show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was probably
you're
like
right.
the most hip hop show they ever did.
Touche. Yeah.
know
Where's
what I
the
mean?
hip hop? Where's the hip hop
I don't
at
know.
South Shore?
Seriously.
This gosh dang Christian community. What's going on? Get to the hip hop. It's fun. It's for the kids.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
Yeah. Heroes for the children.
Hero is for the children.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Cut that out. Cut that out. Yeah. No, Heroes not for the children.
I don't know. I think for the most part, I'm pretty like. There's certain topics I won't even go there, just because I'm not like Eminem. I guess.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to. I mean, there's like a certain. There was a time for that, but even at the time, it's like edgelordy. You kind of everyone knows what you're doing. You're like, oh, bodies, gore. Look, I'm chainsaw. And it's like, oh yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
We know what you're saying. So it's a genre, but.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your opinions on the local hip hop scene right now? Like
I
New
think-
England, Massachusetts.
I feel like people in this area are fucking awesome,
Yeah.
but nobody really. Everybody that's made it out of here doesn't want to put Boston on.
That's interesting that you say that because
You're not the
you
first
say
person.
made it out of here because Boston's
Nobody
a
fucking wants
major
to be
city.
here.
It's a major
Nobody
city.
wants to be here.
How
You're
is
not the
it
first
that New
person
York
to talk
and
about
LA,
that on this podcast.
even like sometimes Chicago, Atlanta, other cities are making huge hip hop moves, not Boston. People get out of Boston.
Boston
It's
is
so
right
weird.
now. Boston is right now.
I mean, to an extent, but not in a
But
way that other cities
people
are known.
the biggest artists. Well, I guess Joyner's I think is back in
He's from Worcester.
Massachusetts now.
He's
But
probably
he had
the most Boston
he
representation
left-
other than Slane.
But he reps Worcester because he's from there. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's still Massachusetts.
Massachusetts enough, I
But
guess.
Shout out to ESPN.
But even him, he left for like a few years and then blew up and then came back. And going back to Guru, who we played on the last podcast, like
Nice.
he left and went to New York and met DJ Premier and then blew up.
Hmm.
So there's like a history of people leaving and then blowing up after they leave. Like even Bia, Bia, like she's pretty big, and she went out to
Yeah.
Cali and blew up out there. Like she didn't really get that big around here. Now she comes back and does shows and stuff.
Forgive me if we said this, but Riggs too. I mean, is
Riggs,
similar situation.
He just moved down to Atlanta, and now he has a song with Big Crit, like out of nowhere.
You guys know
Yeah.
Justin Clancy?
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
that's the
he
homie.
just fucking moved out to.
I know. I went to his show the other night.
I've seen him a couple times. He's awesome.
I went to his show the other night. We had a interview with him at one point. It was like
he's
a
really talented. He
a
needs
car
to get
interview.
seen.
We drove up to the North Shore and got roast beef sandwiches and interviewed him. It was a good time. Yeah, that's the homie. Shout out Justin Clancy.
Shout out Justin Clancy.
I don't know. I think that there's talent everywhere. Any place you go, there are talented people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that don't know what to do with that talent.
Yeah, community needs to be
Well,
established.
it's all about
Is a
marketing.
good part of it too.
It just seems like New England's like stuck in this kind of like bubble, and you have to leave the bubble to get popular.
Yeah, that seems true. Yeah,
'Cause
It's
one-
not
I
gonna
mean,
get
I
further.
think that has been true, like historically. I think it's becoming less and less that way. I think
with the internet, especially.
gradually. I mean, Cousin Stiz he's still around Boston.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure, and he's doing huge things. And Millie's is still around the city, and Joyner's back in Worcester. So I think like people are starting to embrace the New England hip hop scene.
Well, we also got Knox Beats.
Knox
And,
Beats
yeah.
is still up in New Hampshire. at
Exactly,
his
going the other
studio.
way.
Although I think he's going out to LA at some point. But
Is he good?
Oh, he's really
Knox
good.
Beats, he's
I sent him a message.
he's Joyner Lucas's producer.
Oh
He-
shit. Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And he's done shit for Token too, and pretty
Go-
much every big name artist.
Yeah, I remember years
in
ago.
Massachusetts.
It was at Hush's house. He was sitting there talking about he had sent beats to Rihanna, and I was like, no way. And like they had actually
he's
responded.
Grammy-
saying
he's
they were
Grammy
looking at
nominated
them.
now.
Yeah,
Because he had a hand in that song "Lucky You," Eminem and Joyner, and that
Very
song got
interesting.
nominated for a Grammy. He co-produced that, so yeah,
That's dope.
big
yeah. Keep
things.
sending him messages.
Yeah,
Shout out
seriously.
Knox.
Seriously. What else? What else we got? So you got a show coming up.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot of shows coming up.
A lot of shows coming up. Where and when?
So tonight I have a small set at the Shash Keen in Manchester.
Rap night, right?
Rap night. They do that every Sunday.
Have you been to those before?
I've been to a couple. I had a set.
I've been meaning to go to those. We should go at some point.
I had a full
Definitely.
set. The 22nd, I had a full set, and then
Yeah.
I went there a couple weeks before just to check it out. But it's dope. I mean, the community there, it's all hip hop.
Yeah.
It's all hip hop and love.
Yeah.
There's a competition tonight to open for, fucking what is it? Chic Luch. He's
Nice.
part of the Lock.
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of the Locks.
I know Chic Luch.
Xeon something and someone else. I forget.
Is Xeon
Shouts out.
like-
Xeon the Third or something.
Oh, okay.
Or Xeon I.
Xeon I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zion I.
Zion. Xeon.
I think.
Xenon.
He's dope though.
Yeah.
I know a couple good songs. by
There's enough clues. Whoever's listening, you'll find it.
Yeah, Zion. It's either Zion the first or Zion I. I never figured that
Yeah,
out, but
me
I've
either.
always been a fan of a couple of his songs.
No, but like 3 people are gonna win, and then
That's
you
yeah,
get
no,
a
I've-
full set opening for them.
that's pretty cool.
Beanie Siegel just played there last night.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. That like a place in New Hampshire is like promoting hip hop. That
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
We went up to New Hampshire a couple months ago to interview Pomegranate. I don't know if you know them.
Oh, I played a show with them.
Did
in
you?
Hampton, yeah.
Oh, word.
Dope guys.
Yeah, no, they're good people. And we were asking them about the scene up in New Hampshire, and like the first thing they mentioned is Rap Night in Manchester. They're like, that's our scene right there. Like they're the ones really pushing it. So it's pretty cool. That
This is Sundays.
It's every Sunday,
Oh,
as far as I know.
what time? Like
Um,
nights?
So it starts at 9, but
Okay.
acts don't go on till 11, and they have a cipher. They have like an open mic cipher at 10:30 and at 12. and that lasts about a half hour.
Oh, we definitely have to go. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's awesome.
It sounds awesome.
It's
They do it
21
in
plus.
Portland, Maine, too.
It's 21 plus, and it's $3 to get in. So it's
Are you familiar with the Freestyle Clinic?
in Everett, right?
Yeah,
I've heard about that. I
I've
know
been
Flo
meaning to look
I know
that
Flo Tiglio goes there.
Okay,
my
There's
guy.
so much cool shit that we need to go to.
Yeah, well, there's a Subway Cypher. I haven't made a
Subway
chance.
Cypher.
The Cambridge Cypher.
Yeah,
What's the thing? What's it called? There's this thing where they make a beat tape in like
The Shift.
The Shift. Yes.
That's how I met. That's how I met.
I need to go to one of those. I want to go.
They
to
just
one of
did
those.
one on Friday.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's
they do
that?
them pretty often.
That's at the Union Sound Shop. It's got.
Okay.
The,
Is this a studio?
It's
It's a store.
It's a
right?
studio / sound store.
Oh, it's like Mass Apparel
but
kind of.
It's like Mass. They used to do it at Mass Apparel, actually.
Oh,
Do you know-
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Anthony Loman?
Not
Loam
no.
Anthony.
Loman,
Loman.
the producer.
He's done
yeah.
a lot of beats
No,
for
he's
Terminology.
dope.
He owns
Okay.
that place.
Oh, word.
Interesting.
And he's an awesome guy. I'm hoping to get a couple beats from
Yeah,
him.
so
from
it's
him soon.
basically like they bring in some producers and they make.
They have 8 hours, make as many
They have
beats
to
as you can.
8 hours to make as many beats from scratch as they can.
That's
and
how
then
I
they
met,
make an album out of it.
That's how I met 16-Bit Spit and Chuck Kennedy, and they're fucking awesome.
16-bit Spit is
Me
dope.
and 16-Bit Spit, we got a project coming out soon.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's
dude.
gonna
He's
be-
fire.
It's gonna be awesome. He
fire.
is so fucking talented,
Yeah.
and he does old school beats, but he's got these fucking like 808 lines in him that it's
Oh,
it's so fucking good. Shout out
Yeah.
808s.
Shout out 808s. Yeah,
Shout out
whoever
16-bit
whoever
Spit.
gets those right.
Shout out
samples.
16-Bit Spit.
16-bit spit. Bring it to us. Give us those.
He put an
baits.
album out with someone recently that I forget who it was.
16-Bit Spit.
Yeah,
I'm unfamiliar.
yeah. I don't know. I forget, but it's fire. Everything he puts out is fire.
It's not my album. I don't care.
That's fuego.
Fuck everyone who's not me.
I'm trying to keep up with hip hop, but I just can't.
Joking.
You know.
Yeah.
No, it is
it's
hard.
tough.
There's a lot of material out there.
It's
so
tough.
I'm definitely gonna.
It's
pop
I'm
out.
definitely like trying to follow the local scene as close as possible, and I know a lot of stuff, but I'm always
Actually,
finding new stuff.
We
That's the thing.
we have the. I mean, geez, I don't know if I should be saying this on the podcast, but we do have the key how to get famous. It's face tattoos.
Wait, let
big
me-
booty.
let me write this
hoes.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
write
yeah,
this
dude,
down.
you got a pen pad?
I'll
Yeah,
just put it right in my notes.
face tattoos. Change your hair up any way you'd like. Anyway,
Colors, vibrant
Just
colors.
Go to anyone to get your hair cut.
Mhm.
They'll and then it'll be sweet.
Supercuts.
Or just never cut it, and put different colors in.
Snitch on
That's-
snitch
I
on
must
all
have
your
said
friends.
something about face tattoos.
Never
right?
cutting your hair. Like if you grew your hair down to your ankles, you would get famous easily.
Yeah, like you'd be like a what is it, corn?
Your
Who's got
music
those
wouldn't
long-
even have to be good. People would just be like, "Oh my god, look at his hair." you know, that's the
Yeah.
way. That's the way it works.
So this is just one of many ways to get famous. Call us 855-844-3868, and we'll get you famous in 4 weeks or less. If not, you'll have your money back. $99.99. Give us a call. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I don't know where that came from.
No
I
worries.
don't know what that was.
Let's play one of your songs.
Cool.
Yeah, let's
Since
do
you
that.
know we've been talking about you all
Oh,
this
shit,
time,
that's a
people are
good
probably wondering, what does this guy sound like?
You're
So,
probably expecting like gospel stuff.
yeah.
what
That's
we're
what they're
looking
gonna
for.
get. We got some church music for you here.
Awesome.
So this one's called The Come Up. It's not
Hallelujah.
actually church music.
Wait, sorry, what was it called?
It's called The Come Up by Hero. Check it
Come.
out.
Now, before I finish, let me just say, I did not come here to show out, did not come here to impress you. Because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone.
Bricks is yours, wanna take it. Creeping on the come up. Bricks is yours, wanna take it. Creeping on the come up.
I'm from the place where hardcore is beautiful.
Creeping on the come up. Bricks is yours, wanna take it. I'm rather unique.
I'm from the place where
Boston.
Boston, the place where it's off with your head. Let the players have cake, then I'm off with the bread. Box full of lead for the protection. Yeah, never slept in the blocks, cause his watch will be dead. Wanted to be a boxer, was boxed in instead. Put a pencil in my palm, better off or instead. All in the end, the bean be the winners. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Born slimmer than a Cinderella slipper on the last day of July. Was conceived in the winter. What a ride, throwing up a sign of peace to the swimmers. I might have made it first, but at least you weren't a quitter. From the Roxbury baby where the NOG came from. Same fucking place where the blades cut and paste up. Same shit, different day, money getting made. Son, the angel of grace, H. Main in the fake ones. Thanks to to the sanctum. My vehicle positioning in fear of the snake. Once I'm hearing them slithering, I'm here for my brethren. From dinner to the sun up. Only difference is I'm hung up on this something called a come up.
I guess it is what it is.
Hello.
There it is. The come up. Hero.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
song-
me.
Yeah, that song's fire.
Pretty
you.
dope. Fire
Definitely
bars.
definitely a good display of your, command, your flow,
Mhm.
your bars. Yeah. It's impressive. It's impressive stuff.
The only thing that matters, don't matter who you know.
Mhm.
It don't matter what you've done.
Mhm.
It matters if you got the bars. And you brought the bars, brother. Oh, yeah, you brought the bars.
The fact that you
here,
looked right in
now.
the camera when you said that, that's going to scare some people.
Is that
That's almost as frightening as
We're
Tuukka
doing clips.
Raskoli mask.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall again. People, let's do this. Let's do
Oh,
this.
man. But yeah, great song, The Come Up.
Thank you.
Check out Hero's newest album, Mission Hill. It came out, 3 months ago, you said?
3 months ago today.
And then you have a new album coming out.
I wouldn't call it an album.
Okay, you have a
EP?
project coming
It
out.
is a compilation of 5 to 7 tracks, and it's not
Alright.
completed.
Sounds
it's an
like an
EP. I'm calling it Maximum Carnage,
Okay,
based
I
off
love
of
it.
the Super Nintendo game.
okay.
Because
Alright. I like
I'm
that.
making it with a producer named 16-Bit Spit, and I'm Hero.
Oh,
So-
Yes.
Put those two things together, you
Got
get a
it.
Spider-Man game
That's
on the
awesome.
SNES.
That's awesome.
And it's a lot of dope old school beats. I don't want to, and it's the first time in forever that I am showcasing other artists, like I'm featuring people.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, not the
You're-
first
You're
time,
like
but-
J. Cole right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to work with people, especially if I think I want to leave my albums mostly solo,
Mm-hmm.
except for maybe some of the bonus tracks. But if I'm doing collaborative projects with producers, I definitely want to reach out to other MCs and get some verses. And
Yeah.
so far, I have about 4 other songs done, and I'm just gonna make more. And then when I think it's done,
So who are
I'll
you?
announce it officially.
Who are you planning on featuring, if you don't mind?
So I got right now. I have Vic Vendetta.
Okay.
I have Praya. I got Greyhound. I got Will C. I have Official
Will C's
XL.
dope.
I have Libsy Stubbs. I have. Did I say Libsy?
Yes.
I think that's all I got so far.
Word.
But it's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be dope.
Hell yeah.
Plus one mystery guest. Sound off in the comments if you think you know who the mystery guest is. It's going to be a big surprise. I don't know. Who's your mystery guest?
There's
dude?
no, there's no mystery.
I don't know why you had me say that. I just
I didn't
Yeah.
have
I
you
was-
say that.
Yeah, dude. What the
Nobody
fuck?
made you
Yeah.
say that.
Oh yeah, he
You
didn't
wrote
have
the
me say
script.
it, folks. I guess you heard it here first. I don't know. There's probably not a mystery guest then. We'll see.
So that project's coming out in the spring?
I'm hoping to have that smaller EP out sometime before the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not
Word.
gonna push it if I don't have to.
Word. I thought I saw something. You were dropping something in
I'm
April,
hoping to have my next album out on the 10th anniversary of Guru's death,
which is in April.
which is April 19th.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna
Damn.
push myself either if I can't. If it's not done, it's
Damn,
not done.
that's respect right there. Shout out to Guru.
Yeah.
What do you
shouts
think
out.
of their new track, the Gangstar track with J. Cole?
It's the first time I've cried in a long time.
Yeah,
It's
incredible.
I never thought I'd hear him again.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. And for J. Cole to be on it, it's like, and he said that was his last feature that he's doing. It was just like,
I don't think that's true. But
I don't believe it either. I'm sure he will do more, but no, it was definitely a cool thing for hip hop just for that song to come out.
there's just something special about Gangstar. And
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Premier's awesome on his own, and Guru's awesome on his own. But when they get together, it's magic.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was a sick track.
Boston legend Guru.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah,
Yeah,
like
one
we
of
were
the
saying.
few, I guess, that we could say is a Boston legend, right? Because everyone gets out and then
Pretty
they become
much.
a wherever they move to legend.
Well, I mean, he didn't get big till he moved to New York. But
Guru
Damn it.
didn't represent Boston as much as he could have.
Yeah.
No,
Let's,
that's true.
Let's face
That's
it.
true. Neither does Joyner Lucas.
No.
you know. So,
Please, Joyner. Please show us the respect.
but I think that was
Show
know,
us
and
your
even
Worcester ways.
that, like we were saying before, it's like historically, it's beneficial for people to move out of Boston. I mean,
Mhm.
look at Static Selecta. He's been in Brooklyn for what, 15 years now.
Mhm.
And he still reps Boston. He still wears Red Sox hats and Celtics jerseys and all
Love
that
it.
shit. But he's been in the New York scene for 15 years now. It's like, I don't know. Makes you wonder why someone can't stay and blow up here. Like, Terminology's been in New York a lot, too.
I just watched this documentary called Of Mics and Men,
Yeah.
and it's on Showtime. It's about Wu-Tang.
Oh.
And they said something
Wait,
like...
is this the one that, like, it's
not-
like a
not
biopic?
it's not the
it's
show,
fake?
but it came out
Okay,
the same
okay.
day the show came out. It's
Gotcha.
a documentary of basically what had happened from back then to now.
Yeah.
You know, a bunch. But they said, like, what happens in New York goes everywhere. So if you can get into New York, I mean, if you can get
It's
Hot
true.
97 to play your
The
stuff,
world
you're
is
golden.
looking at New York. It's true.
Yeah. L.A., too.
Yeah, it's funny. When you said that, though, I thought you were, for a little bit, talking about the show, and I've heard that show takes, like, some real liberties. It's not it's
no.
not very accurate to the story.
That show already killed one person that's still alive.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
It's like I think Raekwon has tried to kill, like, RZA and Jizza, like, twice in the first episode. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't make that much sense. I've watched the whole show, but these are things I've heard that just didn't actually happen.
well,
that they're
reality
like-
isn't much of a
It's
good,
not as entertaining.
It's not
It's
as
true.
entertaining, no.
But they did say, I mean, I don't want to go all up in this, but they said, I guess you know how, like, the FBI releases files after so many years? The Wu-Tang's file was, like, huge because they had been, like, there was just so much investigation into whatever they were doing because it was just always pretty, I mean, it's probably easier back then without all they probably didn't have too many cell phones or anything to worry about. But, yeah, it's funny to think about that stuff. And I'm sure there was plenty of entertaining stuff that can't be spoken of. So they just...
Dude,
They
the
have to
world's
make it
crazy
up,
today,
yeah.
man.
Absolutely. With all the cameras, you're seeing things that you never probably would have thought would happen, like, in real time.
I hear like AT&T commercials, and they're like, "Do you want to spy on your daughter?
No.
Do you want to track?
Yeah,
do you want to
what the-
track your kids?"
No. Except I'm still probably in the demographic someone would want to track, so please get out of here. Don't track me. Please don't do it.
Nah, nobody's tracking you.
You can find out where your
Someone?
kids are.
No.
all the
Google's
time.
tracking me. We talked about
Nobody
this
cares
last time.
what you're doing.
I hope people care about this.
I'm just kidding. No, yeah.
Oh,
besides
jeez.
this. No, I'm just kidding.
I
You're
appreciate
doing
that.
you're doing good things.
You're building me back up. I really
yeah,
love
no,
this.
you're doing
I
good
love it.
things. You're you're an excellent Fenway Park vendor.
I feel really good now.
Do you sell $9 hot dogs?
Yeah, $8.25
$8.20. Imagine paying $8.25 for a fucking
for a
hot dog.
foot long. It's $5.75 for a regular.
You must
but-
hate yourself at the end of the day.
I mean, hey, people
No.
are coming to Fenway to do that, so it's up to them.
Yeah.
They can sneak food in if they want. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to bring snacks. It just has to be, like, closed when you bring it in. You can't
No,
have
you
it.
can't bring snacks.
I see families with, like, bags of peanuts that they,
They're
like, brought from
sneaking it in.
home.
They're smuggling.
There's no way they're sneaking in a giant bag of peanuts from home like that. It's just, I think
I didn't know they
like,
allowed that. That's crazy.
I've seen plenty of people do it with, like, giant Doritos.
Speaking of which,
McDonald's.
I heard they ramped up they're going to ramp up the ticket prices again this
Again?
next season, which is
Unnecessary. No one was came
unnecessary,
this year.
especially considering they just had a bad season.
Yeah,
It's
that was
like, oh yeah,
embarrassing.
we're worse now, so let's
That's
make
like
it more
such
expensive.
a Red Sox thing to do, to fucking
is.
win the World Series and then flunk the next year.
Oh, we were talking about this on the last episode. Like
Yeah.
nobody, you're a baseball fan, right? You were
It's
saying,
pretty much the only thing I watch.
yeah. We were talking about recently how just like the Red Sox are the most inconsistent team, and the fact that we've won 4 World Series in the last 15 years is amazing. But it's like we either win the World Series or we suck, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's
But
disappointing.
usually, I mean, it's a show no matter what. It's always fun.
I don't know. This year was boring.
Yeah, not this year. But
This year was
most of the
extremely
time.
boring, actually. There was like never a time where it was you felt like you wanted to really get into the team and
Mm-hmm.
like invest 4 hours in a night to watch them. Like they have to be good in order for you to do that.
yeah.
But nah, we'll see what happens with the general manager situation, and hopefully we can make the necessary fixes and get back to where we should be with one of the highest payrolls in baseball, which is, towards the top.
True.
So
We can afford it. Let's get it.
seriously,
Let's
they
make some adjustments.
when the Rays played in their wild card game last week, they went with they don't go with a starting pitcher. They go with an opener, and he pitches like 2 or 3 innings, and then they go with another guy. So they basically have like 2 starters. It's this new thing that they started in the last couple of years.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Pace
But the other
everyone.
night they were pitching in a playoff game. Their 2 starting pitchers combined made less money than Nathan Eovaldi this year, who hardly pitched for the Red Sox, and they were in the playoffs and we weren't.
Oh,
It's just, yeah.
I like Eovaldi.
So, yeah, I like Eovaldi too. I wish he could stay healthy, but it's all right. Yeah, so it's disappointing I mean, we mentioned it in the last episode that they were just the management was too complacent this past offseason and trying to replace the pitching and everything. So
Yeah, there were some gaps that didn't get filled, so it's
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, but we're moving on
We're
from
over
the
it.
Red Sox.
We're over it. It's fine. We don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know why we're talking about the Red Sox. Whatever.
Sorry.
Well, because we were talking about your excellent vending skills.
Yeah, trying to build my spirits back up, and I appreciate that.
No doubt.
I do appreciate that.
No doubt.
But I feel like we had derailed from something before that. Am I wrong?
I mean, we're just kind of winging it.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, folks, there's no structure to this.
We're
Sound
flying
off in
by
the
the seat of our
comments.
pants.
Yeah, sound off in
Yeah.
the comments if we need to, get it together. If you want to send us some templates or maybe things you've done before, examples that we can steal. Let us know. Thanks.
Let's get into some more music, though. Let's do that. That's a thing we can do.
Yeah, let's do some musica.
I want to play this song by Noel Poncho. It's called "The Finest." And hold on, real quick. Let me just see where this guy's from. I know it's in Massachusetts somewhere. Dorchester. There you go.
Shout out to Dorchester.
Shout out to Dorchester.
Shouts out.
I knew he was a Boston guy. Noel Poncho. This one's called "The Finest." It features Tim Hall, I believe.
The homie.
Yeah, so here it is.
No shame game, too old for the blame game. A man of the people. Poncho knows it's a campaign. Let it bang so they can feel it. Musical energy therapy straight from the voice of the healer. Ain't nothing realer. Visit's a thriller. Searching for peace while surrounded by killers. On the hunt for the skriller. Niños of the ghetto, I feel ya. Niños of the ghetto, I feel ya. Damn, still roll bones. 9 to 5 just to pay back loans. Help mommy find a way back home. Immigrant hustle with a city boy tone. What the fuck you gonna tell me? Wise words from my OG to me, look boy, you a god. So carry yourself like one. Be white clef and less like pride. So I'ma be gone to November. Hustling bars for a cause. Yet to reach that crescendo. My people, please hold your applause. I'm a man on a mission. A child with a vision. Dog, I'm straight out that barrio. Trying to dodge them convictions. Cause I fit that description. Gotta shake that condition. Made an oath as a youngster. Never let them make me no victim. Cause I'm cut from the finest. Cut from the finest cloth. I'm cut from the finest. I'm cut from the finest cloth. I'm cut from the finest. I'm cut from the finest cloth. I'm cut from the finest. I'm cut from the finest cloth. Warrior song for survivors. Molded by lava. It's not how you started, familia. It's como acaba. When me and Skip was in La Sala, working verses for a lineup. I had dreams of flipping lines, grinding homie till I became the supplier.
Ready, Freddy, we're back from it. We're eating spaghetti. Know what I'm saying? That was The Finest.
Noel Poncho, Tim Hall, The Finest. Dorchester's own Noel Poncho. Yeah, good song. Let's get into some bars. Because this guy right here has to make his way up to New Hampshire tonight.
I got bars.
Yeah, he's got bars, that's for sure. And he's got to go up to New Hampshire tonight. Speaking about grinding.
Yeah.
This guy
Grind mode.
comes down to Hingham for a podcast, then he's got to go up to New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
All over
you
the
gotta
map,
respect
though.
it. You got to respect it. Shout out to Rap Night in New Hampshire, Manchester.
Real
man.
respect.
Shout out to the Shashkeen.
The Shaskeen.
Shouts out.
Yes.
Shout out to the food they stopped serving at 9:30.
That's too early.
Way
That
too
is
early.
way too early. Yeah,
That's too
serve
early.
food till 10. At least pizza till 11.
The
Come
ev-
on, guys.
Like, their event doesn't start till 9, right?
Well, it starts at 9, but like nothing interesting happens until 10:30.
Yeah, and you can
So
make
it's
big
just kinda
bucks on
music.
pizza.
Yeah.
Big bucks on pizza. Just dough and sauce. Maybe some cheese.
If you
I
put
don't know.
pizza in front of drunk people, you make big bucks.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
thinking,
some
I'm
hot
thinking
dogs.
like
Yeah.
even just the stuff that you could like just throw in the fryer, like wings and fries.
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
shouldn't be
Super
that hard.
easy.
Just keep that.
But
yeah,
shout out to
we're gonna
Rap
open
Night.
a venue soon. Peep it. It's gonna be
open a
dope.
venue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
dope.
going with awesome food and stuff. No, I'm sorry.
Food and stuff.
I mean, we
Shout out to
haven't,
Parks and Recreation.
It's not in the works yet,
That's
but
where I get most of my food.
it's not in the
All my
works
stuff.
yet. But as of right now, we're starting a venue at some point.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
Food and stuff.
Food and stuff will be there.
Some good stuff.
Yeah, so let's get into some bars. You're a big DJ Premier fan, of course.
Uh-huh.
So
The beat's been
classic
selected.
instrumental, Boom, Royce to 5'9".
Mm.
You're familiar with it, of course.
Very.
So let's see what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
See if you got the bars.
My bet's on yes though. Let's check it.
Oh.
Music up in my headphones.
Yeah. Yeah. Check me out right now. I'm stalling. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
Hero.
Talk to
Yeah. Yo, this microphone about to take these damn hits for me. Like Al Capone when I send my hitters, it gets gory. I'm in the zone when I swing it. I send it 6 stories. Heard you on the throne, but all I'm hearing is shit stories. A shit storm that I bring with lyric precipitation. We back to basics, send it back to the basement. Facts, you gotta face it. Haven't even started yet. I flow like DiCaprio, haven't even departed yet. I spit sick like a dog, you better call a vet. Hip-hop veteran, discharging you Army Rex. I'm headstrong when I'm charging, y'all'll be hitting decks. I can freestyle, but I only ride with written sets. I represent a finer side of this hill climb. Ill dialect that I write, I murder to kill rhymes. Shit out to these guys putting me on the podcast. Fuck. That's all I got.
Word.
Shouts out.
Bars.
Bars.
the bar. Bars.
Gotta really appreciate that. That's some
Damn.
live music here.
It's been a while since we had someone spit on the podcast, and I
Yeah.
gotta say it's nice.
Loved it.
It's always good when you get that extra entertainment. And that was
unfortunately,
incredible.
He had to take off. He was going to rap night in Manchester. The man's all over the map,
Yeah,
but it's cool. We're gonna.
he did have to leave, but
He spit us some nice bars.
yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
But yeah, it's amazing getting that live vibe because he comes in with a familiar beat. We'll get you anything.
Hmm.
Sound off in the comments if there's a certain beat you'd like to ride on. We might get you on here, and who knows? We'll pick you up. We'll get you on the
Yeah,
roster.
I mean, we're always down to have people who want to rap because that's just entertainment right there.
It's amazing.
It's like, especially when you can do it like that, you know. It's
yeah, that's
definitely a sight to see. That was incredible. Shout out to Hero.
shout out Hero. Filled the room.
Yes, thank you, Hero, to making your way down here and then making your way back up to Manchester, New Hampshire.
He is a hero.
Yeah,
Every
kid just
day.
left here at what time? Like
Just past
8:30?
Yeah. He was, he
left
was-
here around 8:30. Went up to Manchester, New Hampshire, about an hour and a half drive to
and then
partake
hit
in rap night.
Yeah.
So, kid's grinding. He's grinding.
Moves.
He's got an EP coming out soon, as he mentioned. He's got an album coming out
Has done 40
you know,
shows since March.
shortly after that, hopefully. And he's done 40 shows since March.
Early October it is right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
So,
That's nuts.
and he put out an album, Mission Hill, 3 months ago. And yeah, you want to talk about grinding?
Shout out Mission Hill. Shout out Mike's Donuts.
Shout out Mike's Donuts.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if I've ever actually been to Mike's Donuts, but
Oh, you must have.
I've heard you talk about it before. I don't know. I must
gone.
have.
That's
I
where
probably
we
got
get
a breakfast
Yeah, it's where we get our bagels. and
breakfast
whatnot.
sandwich.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I remember it. Yeah, shout out
Homemade
Mike's.
donuts. Mike's Donuts.
Yep.
Smell them being made in the middle of the night, so be ready.
So be ready.
Yeah.
You stay up all
You
night
gotta get
just
there early.
smelling
They're all
those
sold
donuts.
out by the afternoon. Best ones are
Damn.
there in the morning.
Damn.
Get
That's how you know the place is good though. When they
Yeah.
run out at a certain time, so you got to get there like.
I just learned there's a place
You know.
in Providence that does that, and they'll even sell donuts as they're making.
Is
them
it
out the
Providence
back.
Bagel?
I'm not familiar. I don't actually know the name of the place. I have to ask. My
Okay, well,
sister goes
shout out to
school.
Providence Bagel.
Yeah, shout out Providence. Anyone
'Cause-
that makes donuts.
No, Providence Bagel is a bagel place. It's a chain now. There's like 3 or 4 of them in the Providence area, and it started like a couple years ago, and they got big through Instagram. That's how I discovered them.
Yeah.
And
social media.
yeah,
It
that's
does
how you do it.
wonders.
But I've gone there a couple times when I've been in the Providence area, and their bagels are amazing. And they have like different specials every week, like a special kind of bagel, and the
it's
cream,
hard to
different
find a
cream
good
cheeses are incredible. And yeah, shout out to Providence Bagel. I'm
No
hungry.
donuts there though.
I don't know. There's another place called Providence Donuts. Actually,
That might be the place.
they might be affiliated. I'm not sure.
Place that I
but
have heard of. They sell the donuts out their back door, like in the middle of the night while they're making them.
That might be Providence Donuts. I wonder if they're affiliated. They probably are. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I hear it's amazing because the donuts are warm when you get them. How often does that happen?
Not very often.
Pretty amazing.
Not at Dunkin'. Shout out Dunkin'.
Yeah, shout out Dunkin'. They're keeping us running, but the donuts aren't fresh.
I don't go to Dunkin' for food typically, to be honest.
Sometimes for nice bacon, egg, and cheese, you don't think?
I'm not gonna lie, I got one today, but normally I don't.
A hypocrite we have here. A hypocrite.
Their food
Yes,
isn't
eh?
their food isn't the best quality. I got it 'cause it was convenient.
No, I wouldn't say, it's not gourmet.
Yeah, I go there more for their coffee. I go there for the coffee a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a Mary
Just 'cause
Lou's
it's
guy.
very convenient, no matter where
Shout
you
out
are.
Mary Lou's. I'm a Mary Lou's guy. South Shore.
Only South Shore though. Yeah.
Yeah. Exclusive.
Yeah. Shout out Mary Lou's.
High class.
Shout out Mary Lou's. I actually don't go to Mary Lou's at all, but I can't say I've ever gotten Mary Lou's.
Say what now?
Should I go to Mary Lou's? Sound off in the comments. Should I try Mary Lou's?
Sound off in the comments if he should go to Mary Lou's. Now, unfortunately, I've opened the floodgates. Everyone's going to sound off in the comments telling you, duh, dude, you got to go to Mary Lou's.
Yeah.
Best flavors, best coffee. For some reason, extra sweet.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
You got to have it. It's good.
I've heard the employees are very friendly too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's just New England coffee.
Yeah.
I think that's where they get their coffee from, and they just slap Mary Lou's on the sticker. But it's cool. I'm just saying.
What makes you think that?
I got sources.
Okay.
I got sources. I'm a Mary Lou's regular.
Oh,
And
so
it's
you go
New
there a
England
lot.
coffee.
Do you ever go to Dunkin'?
Not really.
No.
I'm a Mary Lou's regular. I don't even have to order anymore.
I just go to Dunkin' 'cause of the convenience. No matter where I am, there's a Dunkin' within 10 minutes. If you live in Massachusetts, that's a fact.
It's true. There's too many, and that's why.
It's
I get
absurd
sick.
how many.
It's
Like you'll see,
factory
like
coffee.
yeah.
I don't know.
there's some within like a mile of each other, and it's like, what's the point of that? But
Yeah,
It's
they're
'cause it's
often
so
right next to each
popular,
other. I don't
so-
know why. There's like 3 within a mile of my work.
yeah, it's
Doesn't
absurd.
Make sense. There's a full one. There's one in a gas station, and then like right next to that one is another full one.
Yeah,
So it's weird.
I don't think there's a single town in Massachusetts that doesn't have a Dunkin' Donuts. No, there probably is.
It's gotta be
Not on the
less-
South Shore, at
The
least.
number is less than the number that has.
Yeah.
Donuts for sure because there's too many.
I'm
of
sure
them.
like there's random towns out in Western
They
Massachusetts that
forbid
don't have.
chain restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, Massachusetts includes Martha's Vineyard and stuff.
I mean,
like that.
Hingham like technically doesn't allow fast food,
Really?
but they have 2 Dunkin' Donuts, which is technically fast food.
Isn't like that McDonald's is probably in Norwell, like where the KFC and stuff is.
It's
That's
yeah,
so
it's
Norwell?
right over the line. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my
like right where
God.
Norwell and Hingham meet, but those
Geography
are right
lesson,
over.
folks. Anyone who cares
Yeah.
about the South Shore, here we go.
And then we
fast
have a
food.
McDonald's like right over the bridge into Weymouth, like
Man,
so they're close. but-
yeah. Hingham folk gotta travel for their fast food.
Mhm.
Mm.
Queen Anne's Corner is the spot for fast food on the South Shore.
Okay,
You know where
Okay.
Queen Anne's Corner is?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
It's where that KFC is that you're talking about.
Oh yes. I
It's
think
at
I do.
yeah.
It's
So it's right
delicious.
where Rockland, Norwell, and Hingham connect. That's Queen Anne's Corner. And you got a
Okay.
KFC, you got a Burger King, you got a McDonald's, you got a Taco Bell.
One of each. And there's a Wendy's right down in Hanover.
And
Come
there's a
check it.
Wendy's not too far down in Hanover as well. And of course, there's a Dunkin' Donuts because it's Massachusetts, and there's always a Dunkin'
Chick-fil-A
Donuts.
coming soon.
To Hanover. I
Yeah.
just saw that yesterday.
We are old terrible. There's also going to be an Alba, and there's another restaurant that's coming.
I just
to
saw.
Hanover. We're gonna have some nice restaurants.
Yeah,
soon.
I just saw today that you're getting a Chick-fil-A in Hanover. That's incredible. Chick-fil-A on the South Shore, first one. Big things.
Yeah. We're
Wow.
also getting Alba Steakhouse. There's no real steakhouses. I guess there's Outback Steakhouse, but it doesn't feel real.
That's not real.
Yeah.
It's not
Alba
real.
Steakhouse. It's very nice. There's one in Quincy, but now there's going to be one in Hanover.
Damn, Hanover's
Yeah.
stepping their game up. What's good with the Hanover Mall? Aren't they tearing that down or something?
Tearing it down. Walmart's gone October 25th. Yeah, just sound off in the comments. We're still looking for sponsors.
Where's Moe's going?
There was talks for Walmart to sponsor us, but
Where's
they just
Moe's
totally
going?
dropped it.
Is Moe's staying?
I have a feeling Moe's is just gone.
Damn, dude. I like Moe's. What do you think about Moe's?
I like Moe's a lot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a nice thick burrito.
Yeah.
Fills you up. I don't get it that much, though, to be honest with you.
No, I've only gotten it a handful of times in my life, but I've enjoyed it each time.
Yeah,
It's just as good as Chipotle in my opinion, if not better.
Man, we gotta take this carousel home because I'm pretty sure we get another song.
Yeah, no, we're just talking about food.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Food's delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting in on it. Once we become famous rock stars, when our album comes out, we're gonna tour the world, and we'll have a rider with everyone just giving us all these delicious foods that we're talking about now. So, anyways, that's a future thing.
Damn. You got vision.
Gotta have it, dog.
I
We're
know.
doing
I
it. Setting
appreciate
goals.
that.
Setting goals.
We'll get there.
We're about to be rock stars.
All right, so what song are we playing? What song are we playing? Oh,
I'm not sure. Let's see what's
Jesus.
coming up.
dude, I'm losing it over here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. All right, next up, we got Redemption, Slain.
Slain.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, so first track he's put out in a little while. I want to say like a couple years. To be
Yeah,
honest,
I mean, he's probably only out
um,
of jail, the prison hospital, from when he got shot up and ran through the wall at Fenway Park.
that was just a movie, man.
Nah. He robbed Fenway Park, and he was there, and he said he could take a pinch, and he comes back. He's out now. He's got to be out. He's got to be out of jail. It's long enough.
Yeah, I would think so.
Statute of limitations or something.
I
Or
mean,
maybe it was all fake. Maybe it was just a movie.
shout out to the town.
Shout out to the town.
It was a great movie.
Shout out town.
You look like Nardwar.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Nardwar?
No.
Oh man, I gotta show you Nardwar.
Okay, so yeah.
Nardwar's a dude. He's like a goofy dude who interviews rappers. Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. You're not hip, apparently, because I feel like you would love Nardwar. That's like right up your alley.
Yeah, I probably should check it out.
Yeah,
Sound off in the comments if I should check it out.
definitely.
Thanks. Yeah, we got this Slain song up for you. Let us know what you guys think about it.
Yes, he's got a new project coming out soon that he just announced. I forget if he actually put an actual date on it, but you know, you can follow him on social media.
Yeah, you know Slain.
Yep.
Slain with an E at the end.
Yep. Slane's World on Instagram.
Shout out Slain.
Yep.
I know the truth is that I'm on my own in this life. I gotta be ruthless, I know my opponents is right. What is it that I got left in my tank? Bet on myself with the rest of my bank. This passion and hatred, I smash it and break it, and I got my anger and effort to thank. What is it deeper that's driving me further? I couldn't sleep, I was high from the fervor. Haven't you heard? I got a nerve, I got a knack for surviving a murder. I'm coming back with a fever, you'll be believing soon. He's a goon, keep the ethos of a wolf and sheep close, but as soon as I see the moon, I'm full of greed and doom deceiving. What does it even mean in tomb? I got a grievance, I can just leave it, boom. As soon as I leave the room, I'm on his craftsmanship again. I'm an assassin with the pen. This no accident, it's accessing, collapsing on your chin. I got an axe to pick again. You know the factions that I'm in. I've been a pod, a poet, a prophet, preacher, a pusher, mostly a martyr. Closer to God, but the closer I get to my goals, oh, it just only gets harder. I got a hole in my soul, shit, it's the size of like most of Nevada. Maybe I'm supposed to just lay down and die. Maybe I'm supposed to do nada, but live with the karma that ain't even mine, and rose from the ghost of my father. The focus that jolted you out of Georgia's time, that you leave your demons behind, thrown in the garbage, on what you gotta. This is a journey of freeing your mind. Lonely.
That was Slain Redemption.
Slane is back, ladies and gentlemen. Southie's own.
Pretty dope. Hard bars
Slain.
throughout.
Talented rapper, talented actor, talented individual.
Must be able to hold his breath forever, because I don't think he took a breath through that whole thing. It was crazy.
Breath control. Shout out to breath control.
Shout out Breath Control. Shout out Slain. Shout out this song.
What else we got?
Actually,
Oh,
so
I gotta. Whoa.
Sorry, I apologize. What were you gonna say?
I just wanted to quickly shout out. There's a lot of albums in the last couple of weeks that have come out. A lot of hip hop albums.
Let's do it.
So we got 7981 Cal just released an album. Michael Christmas, Baggy Eyes 2, just released that a couple days ago. Roxbury's own Michael Christmas and Roxbury's own Vintage Lee. Prince Smooth from Dorchester just released an album. Heath 240
Oh.
also just released an album, and Relentless the Tangible. That's what I got right now.
Peep those, please.
That's what peep those. Absolutely.
Please peep those.
Yeah, that's what's come out recently, and that's just in the last couple of weeks. So, it's been a great
More
year, and
soon
it's just
come.
continuing.
Soon come more. Yeah, that is nice. A lot of good music coming out this year.
So much good
music coming out next year.
Yes.
A lot of music coming out the year after that.
Yes.
We're gonna be there for it. We're gonna be there for it.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
What was I gonna say?
Well, off mic, we were talking earlier about.
Oh yeah. We need to talk about that.
Something.
We need
I
to talk
think
about that.
We need some listeners to sound off about.
I
Let
think
us
it's a
know.
good debate to have.
Yeah. Which rapper would you want to hang out with the most?
For a
And-
day.
And here's the thing, and I guess part of the caveat, I would say you would have a day to decide this. So someone gives you the information, you have 24 hours
Mm-hmm.
to then decide who your favorite rapper is. And I think the full thought process.
But would you want to hang out with your favorite rapper? Because is your favorite rapper your favorite person who raps?
It may
Maybe not.
be. Yeah, the rapper you may want to spend a day with might be.
It's
I
like
was thinking
asking.
Tyler the Creator.
It's like
He's not
asking.
necessarily my favorite rapper, but
It's like asking which athlete would you want to spend a day with. I mean, Tom Brady's the GOAT. We all love Tom Brady. He's
might be
kind.
boring, though.
He
Family
might.
guy.
Yeah. Like there's probably other NFL players that I would want to hang out with more. Probably other Boston athletes that I would want to hang out with more for a day
Absolutely,
than
yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I was thinking even Action Bronson.
Yeah.
See, I love the Palmer Squares, but they're so damn
Action
approachable.
Bronson. Okay. Let's see.
I think I was saying Danny Brown.
I said Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne would be interesting.
He would be maybe older Lil Wayne. I don't know about. I mean, Lil Wayne from.
But he
back in the day.
skateboards now.
Is he still active? I just feel
I
like
don't
he's
know.
got health problems. I don't know.
I don't know. No, he still puts out music. Carter 5 came out last
Alright,
year.
Yeah.
Kind of fire. Probably his best album in like a decade.
Okay.
But no, he's a weird guy, and I just feel like I'd love to just see what he's all about.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
people who are you're just kind of curious about.
Oh,
That's who I
Riff
want to hang
Raff.
out with.
I would
Riff
love to
Raff.
hang out with Riff
Yeah,
Raff.
I want to see what he's all about. Like, what does
Sound
he
off in
do?
the comments if we
Yeah.
can get Riff Raff on the podcast. Riff Raff,
Um,
get out here.
Rick Ross.
Rick
I need
Ross.
to know more about Rick Ross. I need to talk to him.
He definitely like steps into a closet and he's like Darth Vader, like comes out of his.
I need to
shell and,
talk
like,
to Rick
he's an
Ross. I need to
alien.
know. I need to know what he's about, because he.
No, there's
I
something
mean,
different about him. He's holding
There's been
secrets.
rumors like is he who he says he is in his music, or is he just playing the role of the original Rick Ross, the drug
He is,
dealer?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
And it's just interesting because he never breaks character. We've talked
Yeah,
about this.
oh
Like he's
God, it's amazing.
yeah, you'll see
He's
him in an
dead
interview
serious.
and he'll just, shades on, you don't even see his eyes, like
Oh.
he'll just he'll just be like, talking the same shit that he's talking in his songs.
It's hysterical.
But actually we shouldn't even be saying this cuz he just wrote a book.
A tell-all
Yeah.
about his days
So he
struggling as a CO.
I don't even
Now
know
he's-
what's in the book.
Oh God.
The only thing I've heard so far is that he shit himself in bed once with a woman. Which, the fact that that's the only thing I've heard of from the book is kind of disrespectful, because that's the only thing like people were even writing about. And I'm sure there was other shit in there, but people are just like, people just go for the funny
Yeah,
shit
but
that makes them look
why,
stupid.
Why did that happen?
Drug
Did it-
issues,
Oh,
like
drug issues.
yeah.
I was gonna say.
I've
Have
heard
you
that
eaten
lean.
something?
I've heard that if you drink lean a lot, if you get addicted to it, and then you try to stop, like your bowel movements just like
That would make
go
sense. If
crazy.
you go the opposite way, because I think it stiffens you up. the other
yeah.
way.
So
Yeah, that's gross.
Don't
Well,
drink lean,
sorry, Rick
kids.
Ross.
yeah,
I feel like you're probably better now.
I've seen
Probably.
him twice in concert. He's very entertaining.
Ah,
Yeah.
alright. Yeah.
I
that's
saw
the
him in
thing.
Vegas.
As foolish as they appear sometimes, like I'd love to see these people in concert.
No, Rick
Saw
Ross.
Migos.
Rick
Migos
Ross
were
turns
great.
the fuck up in concert. Like he knows how to work a crowd. So
It's
shout
worth
out
it.
to Rick Ross.
Shout out Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Meech,
Oh.
Larry Hoover.
My Rick Ross impression was better.
Probably.
Sound off in the comments.
Jinx, baby.
Hey.
All right, comments. Hit us up. Who's
All
better
right,
than
so
Rick
hold on.
Ross?
We gotta
Oh.
keep talking about which rappers we
Oh.
want to hang out with, though. I'm not done with that topic yet. I don't want to end on Rick Ross.
Yeah, no, he's boring. Riff Raff is really my favorite because he's doing that Pink Panther Versace Python. He's
But
got
I feel
them
like
Huskies,
we've
Jody
already
Husky.
seen a lot of Riff Raff. You know what I mean? Like
Bang bang! I wanna
he's one of
drive
those
around
guys
in a
that's always
candy
on
nickel
social
Cadillac.
media, just like doing all that goofy shit. I feel like he'd probably just be the same in person, but maybe not. I don't know.
I think he might hit me with some wisdom and then take me whipping around.
He's
in that
definitely
candy
got
nickel
some
Cadillac,
wisdom.
baby.
Riff Raff's definitely got some wisdom to share. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, but I want to hang with Jody Husky also.
Yeah, Jody
we'll
Husky.
do some kisses. We'll do some dog kisses. I'm a white person, so I'll kiss dogs probably.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess
In the mouth.
yeah, no, actually, I don't let dogs kiss my mouth, but
I don't
kiss my
either.
hands.
I think that shit's kind of gross.
It is gross because you never know where a dog's been.
Yeah, dude.
Even
they
if you-
lick
even if
the
it's
weirdest
your owner.
shit sometimes that they're not supposed to
Yeah,
lick.
no,
You know?
never trust dogs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Never
do it.
trust dogs. I mean, don't say that.
Never trust dogs.
You can
to
trust
lick
dogs.
Your face. I'll let
No,
them lick my hands though. Get over here, you crazy dog.
Yeah.
Get over here. And then you just go.
Yeah, dogs are the
But,
best.
Yeah, whatever. You guys get it, right?
Yeah. They're still with us.
Right. Yeah, people get it. Anyways. Oh my God. So I think.
Oh, yeah,
here's-
yeah, no.
I wouldn't hang out with Eminem. He's reformed. I don't even know if I'd hang out.
I
with
feel the
old
same
Eminem.
way about hanging out with Eminem as I do about hanging out with Tom Brady.
Yeah. He's too exposed. Everyone knows his deal.
Like, they're just...
and otherwise
too-
he'd be hanging out with Haley.
And they're not going to say
Your
anything crazy. Like, they're just going to be their straightforward self, and you'll get what you expect, basically.
Yeah, he might
like
shake
the-
your hand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're not... Yeah. The only time Tom lets loose is after he wins a Super Bowl. He gives himself, like, one night to, like,
Might hang
party.
out with young Dr. Dre. That might be fun.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like he would have more energy. I feel like old Dr. Dre probably has smoothies and stuff.
Young Dr. J was a dickhead, though.
I'm not thinking about it that way, I guess, but you're right. Probably.
You know?
He probably had the wrong
mindset. Yeah.
But
based
I
on
guess
the
I was just
story
thinking about how.
Well,
I guess you're right. You're right. And now I'm remembering his D Barnes
I just-
situation.
yeah.
I'm not vibing. With
I don't know.
that.
That's just the first thing that came to my head, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with a
Unfortunately,
guy.
it wasn't for me, but I should have thought about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I was just thinking Dr. Dre could hang, but probably
Yeah.
not like that.
Snoop, on the other
Snoop?
hand.
He's a gentleman. Hangs with Martha.
Yeah.
Snoop, what's
Dude,
up?
how crazy is it that Snoop has been married for, like, most of his rap career?
He is a gentleman, a true gentleman and a scholar.
But let's talk about the fact that if he is a true gentleman and a scholar, then
What about it?
his rap lyrics,
Are not scholarly?
are they? I mean, is he fake like Rick Ross?
I think.
If he,
Yes.
he's a
because-
he's a
so-
faithful married man.
Yes.
Think about some of the lyrics that he has about women.
Loosen up my buttons, baby. How
Yeah,
much you can
that's not even what I was thinking about. But
But yeah, he loosened up the buttons of all the Pussycat Dolls at one time. While he
Dude.
was married? You kidding me?
no, that's the
Sound
thing.
off in the comments if that was infidelity.
Does
Was he emotionally cheating on his wife? Snoop Dogg, you better get up back to us because we need answers.
I'm just saying.
Was that 2008
Does
song
Snoop Dogg rap
inappropriate?
like a married man?
No, he does
No,
not.
he does not.
But it is more of a character, and I
It
think
is.
he has proven that because he's claimed both Bloods and Crips at different times.
The thing is, Snoop Dogg can do whatever he wants, and he's still a fucking man. So
It's true.
no, it is true.
At different times, he has claimed different gang affiliations. So it's hard to, and a lot of people have called him fake for being a gangster at all because I think he blew up so young.
Whatever.
That he basically got his credit from being acquitted in a murder charge, which I truly don't believe he had anything to do with. Anyways, he probably was just there and got acquitted, and it looks tough because he has that on his rep.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
I don't know. I love Snoop.
I
Shout
love
out Snoop. But I'm
Snoop's
just
the
saying.
man.
These are my thoughts.
Shout out Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop.
He's everybody's uncle. How great is that?
Here's the podcast of the century. Uncle Snoop with Uncle Joey Diaz. That
Who?
would be an amazing podcast.
Who?
Joey Diaz. He's a fantastic comedian. He's a reformed man as well. He lived the crazy lifestyle.
Respect.
But yeah, I think they would have an interesting conversation. They both hit the reefer pretty heavy. So,
Respect.
yeah, it could be an interesting day with the two of those guys.
What's next?
Jeez. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. There's really no other people that I can think of at the moment that I would want to hang with, but we know the Steez.
Mac Miller. R.I.P.
Yeah, rip. I guess, yeah, anyone alive or dead, anybody.
Yeah.
If you could
Tupac
hang.
as well.
I'd love to hang with Tupac. Yeah, I didn't even
He
consider
was an
this.
interesting guy. J. Cole.
If you want to just go like musicians in general, I'd love to hang with
J. Cole.
any of the the Doors,
Facts.
Led Zeppelin, Full Parted with John Bonham. Be pretty dope.
True.
The Beatles.
Of course the Beatles. Of course the Beatles. Bob Marley, the obvious ones.
Yeah, these are too obvious, but that's
Yeah.
a situation where I guess.
But Bob Marley would be
even
interesting
those-
to talk to, and the Beatles.
But as you go back, like the older artists,
Elton John.
like they're kind
I'd
of
definitely hang out with Elton John for a day.
yeah.
he's-
very interesting. He's an interesting person.
His story is really interesting. Like anyone who just has a lot of character, I guess. and,
I
like-
think it's a lot easier though for the older people to. They've kind of like held that enigma status because there wasn't social media, so they weren't just like showing themselves eating breakfast and being like,
Right.
oh hey, this is the hotel I'm staying at, like while I'm out in this city. Because now it feels a lot more real. Like, oh, this famous person just gets a hotel when they go to the city. That
Mhm.
famous person's in the airport right now.
Yeah.
And you kind of see their schedule, and you know that that's how the magic's made. Like you almost just understand it a little more. So back then, it's like those famous people. It's like, oh wow, they're in this city, they're in that city. Wow, they're here. No one like sees them other than on stage. So it's a little more magical.
Yeah,
So
no, you're right.
It kind of makes you want to hang out with them in any capacity more often. So.
You're right. Like a lot of the celebrities, public figures nowadays, it's like some of them document their whole lives on social media.
They're
kind of, and it's like
there's an extent to which they're whoring themselves out for views, which is like the lowest form.
That's
the lowest form of making
one
money
way of putting it,
through
but
social media. Like if you're trying to get clicks on like YouTube views and stuff, that's, I mean, they don't pay you. I mean, even Spotify stuff, like beginning musicians, you don't make a lot of money on Spotify unless you have those Rihanna streams, which isn't like almost never happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know who does make those big bucks?
Who?
TB12.
You know who makes bigger bucks?
There's someone who makes bigger bucks than TB12. You mean to say?
His wife.
Dear God. You mean to tell me? A
You didn't know
wife
that?
makes more money. No, I did know that.
Yeah.
I'm just pretending this is my character. That was my, 1800s character.
I feel like that's pretty well known.
Tell me,
She was the highest paid model in the world at one point.
Oh, yeah. They got the
For a while.
They're living off interest. I bet the money they spend every year, which I have no idea what they do, but the interest that they make in their bank might just cover everything, if they have so much.
That's crazy. They live in Brookline. I was in Brookline today, and I was like, I wonder where their house is. It's probably buried in the woods somewhere. Like
I am sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like the layer of doom where it just goes under a cliff.
Yeah.
It's not exposed to anything. You just hit a secret thing, and all of a sudden, two trees. Just
well, I told you what
right
I Ubered a guy like a few weeks ago who apparently installed a pool at Robert Kraft's house and Brady's house.
And he was a gentleman, Robert Kraft. Right?
Robert Kraft was a gentleman. He brought beers out for them.
Tom Brady asked for these crazy fortress features with artillery mounts.
He was asking for a lot.
Like, whoa, buddy!
He was asking for a lot. But no, he said that Robert Kraft's house, like half of the house is underground, so it looks smaller than it is.
That's pretty quaint.
Yeah.
You gotta do that. Sneak it out.
Right.
Get people tricked.
Like he has an entire basketball court underneath the ground. Like
I've also heard the walls change, so at will he can get people trapped in the house. Like they'll think oh, this is the way out. I remember this, and then they're stuck. Walls gone. There's no stairs where they thought there were stairs. And
I heard that too.
It's
yeah.
like a nightmare.
I heard that too.
Nightmare in there.
No, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding. Sound off in the comments if you heard that before, though. That'd be sweet.
Let's start that
around.
rumor.
Yeah, let's get around. Robbie Kraft. He's the homie, though.
Crafty Bob.
Yeah, Crafty. Oh no, we're doing this.
Dude, that's the best nickname.
We're doing
That
it
is the
now.
best nickname for him. Crafty Bob.
Crafty Bob. I mean, hey, we gotta love him. He's always drunk at the Super Bowl. We love that.
Is he drunk or is he?
Totally, or is that just how he talks?
I
don't
think,
know.
dude, that's just
No,
that's
pretty
him.
Sure he's
We are all patriots.
you can fake it for a long
And tonight, the Patriots are world champions.
Woo! I mean, they played pretty well today. I mean, towards the end of the game, but it was a rough start.
So the thing is, people are talking about just how disappointing of a game it was, and we still won 33-7. So we're fine.
On paper, everything went perfully, but
not perfectly.
I mean,
first half was ugly offensively, but they got it together in the second half. So.
I'm saying, I guess if you looked at the full stats on paper, maybe. But just if you looked at the final score, and you saw
you can't complain.
Our record and their record, it's totally makes sense. They beat them by a large margin.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, my God,
we had trouble getting going.
First. Yeah, we
had trouble getting going offensively.
The direct snap was just a strange
we had to
attempt.
punt on the first drive, and then they scored on their first drive. Yeah. So it was we went down 7-0 right away, and then we scored, and then Nugent missed the extra point, so we're still having problems with the kicking.
Oh, my God, and he came real close on the field goal.
Yeah.
He finished the game with a field goal.
No, he did well. Yeah, he hit all his kicks after that, but he missed the he missed that extra point.
Which it does not set a good precedent, but, I mean, I can't knock him. He was probably super nervous and was afraid of doing exactly that, so sometimes you kind of think it into existence. So
yeah.
You gotta
it's
give
just incredible. We've missed, 5 extra points on the season already through 5 games. Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
So we're averaging 1 missed extra point a game right now, which is not good.
But I also want to acknowledge that sneak play that was attempted with the direct snap, and then it just totally failed. I mean, it was unfortunate. They were fully ready for it, and it just completely
didn't work.
A punt would have been easier. Field goal was lost. Like, I mean, a lot of different things could have happened instead of that. But it was just it was a weird thing to have. Especially
the offensive line looked really bad.
If it went well, I mean, it could have looked amazing. It would have looked like so sneaky and all that. But
we don't have the strength up front to pull something off like that.
It was way
like
too fancy.
Our offensive line was terrible today, for the most part.
It's a lofty goal. I mean, shout out the defense.
But they
still doing the job.
Were able to rack up points in the second half, and the defense, of course, still doing the job. After giving up the first touchdown, or the 1 touchdown in the first drive, they settled down and,
I mean, really
giving up 1 touchdown. They haven't given up.
Doing his job.
They haven't given up more than 10 points so far, which is incredible.
And still no passing touchdowns.
No.
It's it's pretty amazing. I mean, they're really doing.
They haven't given up more than 10 points.
They're doing everything
through
they
5
can.
games.
We just need to be. I mean, honestly, like I was saying, on paper it looks great because we still scored quite a few and we did block them, but
they're a bad team.
You can see the job that needs to get done. So once the test comes, and
as Bill would say, there's plenty to work on in all 3 phases of the game. So.
Yes. Yeah. We're just thinking about tomorrow. We're just trying to work on what we have now. We'll just maybe ice everyone up tonight and see how we're doing.
Yeah, it's good to get a win. It's always nice to get a win, but there's plenty to work on. Sometimes we just
work as a team.
We weren't perfect, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, sometimes you just work as a team, and things just kind of come together.
Well, I think I already answered that question. We played well, but there's still plenty to work on, and they were a tough opponent, and
next question.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, fantastic! Wow. Sound off in the comments.
That was my Belichick
Jack
impression.
Definitely did a better impression than me.
I've been working on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar, so I need to. I've not tested those grounds.
You just basically have to sound like you don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, just really really lose any empathy. Just all melted
just
away.
Lose all emotion, anything. Just say words like,
corn.
And act like you want to just get out of that room as fast as you can.
Pass the salt. Tomatoes.
Yeah.
These are things that you can say without caring. So now I'll say something like, we won the game because we know how to.
But you have to breathe. You have to act annoyed that you're even being asked a question. That's the thing. He sighs. He's like, yeah, well, we did what we could defensively, and still plenty of things to work on. Both, all 3 phases of the game. So.
Yeah, I guess this is something I'm gonna have to work on. All 3 phases of the impression.
Well, all 3 phases of the game is he says that all the time.
Yeah, that's his to go to.
Yeah. Because that pretty much that just covers everything. That's like his cop out. He's like, yeah, we were good. We have things to work on in all 3 phases of the game, and that's it. And if you ask him about another team, if you ask him about another team that they're about to play, he's like, yeah, they're good in all 3 phases of the game.
Bill Belichick is Ron Swanson. He's
is he?
Person, yeah. Oh, you're not familiar with Parks and Rec?
I haven't watched much Parks and Rec.
His character, yeah. He's
okay.
Basically the same.
I know he's the guy with the mustache. Yeah, I know who he is.
They're very similar.
Word.
But yeah, I mean, I expect a lot more from the Patriots, but I mean, today wasn't an overall. I mean, it was good news. There were exposed kinks that you gotta hope are worked out eventually.
Yeah.
And we've said this in the past weeks, there are kinks, but today, especially a team that's hasn't won a game yet, we expected a full blowout, but maybe we were asleep at the wheel a little bit, knowing that was the case. This is a team that hasn't won a game yet. We can probably slacked for a little bit. Maybe everyone had
There was definitely
a
some
party in the night before.
They were definitely a little lackadaisical in the first, to come out of the gates, but
they needed to wake up, but they did, and it was. I'm hoping that sticks with them, and they took Brady out towards the end. I really didn't anticipate that. He was real close to breaking the next record.
Yeah,
the next tier.
So he's gonna break that next week, most likely.
Yeah, Peyton's record,
and he's gonna break it against Eli's team, the Giants.
Oh, how poetic! That's got to be why.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was thinking, there's possible. I'm sure they've said this for years, but just like the strategy of hoping maybe they can balance some of the time with Brady at this point to like kind of take off if we have a certain point differential, pop someone else in, not wear Brady out, so we can have another game where he's performing at high caliber.
Yeah, blowouts are always nice.
Yeah, it's
give
nice,
you a chance to relax and
exactly. Yeah, and that's. I felt like we put him in only for the last few minutes of the game, but it was.
Yeah.
Still enough.
Human victory cigar.
And I hope he feels that way. But he was 4 out quick his first set, so.
Stidham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, he's not quite ready yet. He threw that pick six a couple weeks ago.
That's got to stick.
And he got yanked out of the game right he got put in at the end of the game, threw a pick six, and Bill took him right out. So.
Well, you can't be doing that, but
Yeah.
I can't blame him for being nervous. It's not a huge deal, but
he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Brady didn't even play his first year.
It's true. Yeah, huge come up, but that's not typical. So.
Yeah, it's tough to compare Brady to anybody, but still, he didn't play his first year. I'm sure if he did, he would have done great.
But anyone who seems to train with Brady seems to do well. So.
Yeah, he's pretty much just like a god.
Yeah. He's got that Midas touch.
Mm-hmm.
That Brady touch, we should call.
For sure.
TB12.
For
with
sure.
The program, P-based proteins.
Bruins. Bruins are 2-0.
Undefeated, baby.
Yeah,
we're just an undefeated
flying
town
under the
over
radar,
here.
pretty much.
The Bears, they've been back. They're here. What did we say? We've been telling you this. We're back.
No, they're flying under the radar, though. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody talked about them all summer, like we've said, and there was no hype surrounding the team, and I think they're going to use that to their advantage and just
chipping
come out.
away, doing the job.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out, I think.
They're going to surprise some people.
Stanley Cup.
Why not?
Why
the fuck not?
Here's the thing. I've turned out to be clairvoyant. I said before maybe I was psychic. It's definitely true. Anyone who wants any answers, sound off in the comments. I'll tell you. I know. I'm clairvoyant. I'm doing it. I can tell you what's going on.
If you're listening live on the app,
yeah, if you're listening live on the app,
sound off in the comments.
Yes.
Live on the app.
Oh, come on.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Why are you doing that?
Oh, my God.
Why are you doing that? I'm channeling it on the screen.
Yo.
I'm channeling their thoughts on the screen. Oh, God. Bro, that's nasty. We're not going to talk about that.
Yo, you guys are foul.
Oh,
you
shout
guys
out
are foul.
Josh from Wisconsin. Shout out Josh from Wisconsin.
We got people from Wisconsin. Oh, this is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, for some reason he likes Boston sports. He must have relocated. That
must
guy's a
have.
transplant. But anyways,
I hope he's repping out there.
Yeah. Woo, man, being clairvoyant makes me tired. So we're gonna have to scoot along, take this carousel home.
Yeah. No, we're already home.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Browns are gonna take the Stanley Cup. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in a vision. I saw it in a few dreams already. So it's gonna be nice. Anyone who thinks otherwise can go home. We're undefeated, folks. Undefeated right now. Take it.
I heard there was like a video game. Every year they do like those video game simulations before a season to see who's gonna win.
Oh, I saw something about this.
Yeah, it was like the NHL one had the Bruins winning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bruins better win.
So we'll see what happens. They've looked good so far through
Sound
2
off in the
games.
comments if you want the Bruins.
Halak, it looked amazing in goal last night. Yaroslav Halak.
Yaroslav Halak.
Yaroslav Halak. He is their backup goalie. And he played last night. Got that dub. Made some nice saves.
Gotta love it.
Stopped all 35 shots. Little shutout for the boys.
We them boys. Shout out.
The Celtics had their first preseason game tonight. They won by 1 point.
Warming up.
Yeah, not that it matters, but you know, preseason doesn't. 1 point's not a lot. Preseason doesn't matter anyway. I don't know who was even playing, but you know, they started training camp. Basketball's coming soon, so the winter sports. Pretty soon we'll have 3 sports going at the same time. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a lot to watch. Everyone's gonna be
busy.
Dude. Production's gonna go down.
The podcast is gonna go. We're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about. I hope you're ready. Winter's a busy time.
Yeah,
late fall / early winter is a busy time.
Oh, I feel like I should mention this now, early in the season. Patriots home games. Before we get too carried away with everything else, Patriots home games. Tailgate party is going to be happening soon. Boston's Big 4. Come check us out if you want to get in the Boston's Big 4 videos. We're putting clips out all the time. If you want to get in something, we're having a party out in front of Foxborough, right in Gillette. So take a peek. Sound off in the comments if you're interested. We're gonna have to organize a date. We'll probably make some sort of group or something, get everyone involved. So we'll get it popping. Let us know what you're thinking. Boston's Big 4 party at the Gillette.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're going every stadium, but I feel like Gillette's got to happen first because it's football season. So we're doing it.
It is definitely football season, so we'll see you guys at Gillette very soon.
Everyone come out with us.
We'll be turning up. We'll be grilling.
Oh, yeah. Grilling and chilling.
Some
music. Some
little cornhole, little frisbee, toss the foosball, little
local music.
Toss the pigskin around, you know.
Filming it out. Everyone's going to be getting in on this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So we might even do a live podcast. I don't know if it'll be there, but
we should definitely do a live podcast.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll get some live guests. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Some live fans.
Hell yeah.
Anyone? Yeah, sound off in the comments if you're interested. We'll get it popping. We got to pick a date that everyone's available.
Man, I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. Let's go. All right. Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, we got to take the carousel home. I think we hit everything. We had talked about the socks.
Yeah, we talked about all the sports.
Yeah, we wrapped up. So, yeah, and anyone who's interested in that music we were playing earlier, we got Hero. We got a little bit more Hero for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of his personal favorites.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to check him out, Hero on social media.
Hero rapping.
Hero rapping, yes. I'm sorry. He has
on Instagram.
Yes, and that'll link you to everything.
That would be pretty amazing if his name was just Hero. I'm pretty sure that was taken already.
That's true. His rap name is Hero, but his Instagram handle is Hero Rapping. That'll link you to everything else.
Yep.
And check it out, Hero Rapping. That'll link you to everything else. He's very good. So,
so shout out to him for coming through and spitting some bars. You know, right before he had to make his way back up to New Hampshire. We appreciate that. That was, you know. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, shout out. So, yeah, here's a song by him, and let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments. Peace, everybody.
Later.
The thing about me.
With great power, there must also come great responsibility.
The thing about me, see, I don't even like fast cars. I don't crash bars, and I don't have a black car. Practice the rap bars, wax on, wax off. Don't talk my ass off like you other rap stars. Pull a Pat Benatar, hit you with my best shot. Blessed with the head nod, guess the express shock. City is a gamble, whether or not you get shot. Bet you couldn't handle, because when it gets hot, this shit crumbles. I'm more like the Pats at the end of the last bowl player. This shit fumbles. Now I smell trouble cause my cash flow double. Then I act like the cashy man. I go gummo. The thing about me is I don't stumble. Even back when I had to back cracking duffels, I'm actually humble, and that's is enough to say that I may just backstep a couple. Thing about me is I'm a recovering addict. Can't even chill and relax with a puff of the magic. So pass it off or I'll just start backslipping. I said all of that is not happening. The thing about it is I never thought about it. Didn't even account for it. The shit just happened. The thing about me is I go all burning and crashing. You swerve to go past it. Learn that's the last ditch. F it. Can't check it if you never left it. Why tell someone you love them if you never meant it? That's something that I ponder every single second. Every time I get caught up, I just gotta exit. Not to mention the past overwhelms me. Lacked interventions, a tad under wealthy. You could chalk it up to just a player unwealthy. But there was nothing else you could say to compel me to get my shit straight. I couldn't see it his way. Maybe if I did, then I'd stop seeing his face. Boston, a fish tank, walls up to this length. Loss goes on, and I just think ain't shit changed. Except the number after the dot on the range. And maybe how I grip the Glock when I aim. I know I'm not big or Pac, so I say, the name's ain't shit faze me. Players think the end is to get in a Mercedes. I can tell you this, man, it don't impress the ladies. I don't drive an Audi just to whip Miss Daisy, man, this shit's crazy.
Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich. Fucking with me just ain't the answer.
Motherfucker, I'm this close to big come-ups. Still brushing them thick coats with each plummet. Keep repping the east, that means something. Gotta breathe to relieve the beats that keep coming, yeah. Say something to me, no peace summit. It's a feast that I need, so please don't reap from it. I'm a omnivore dog, I fucking eat anything. Call me a thesaurus and then watch as I make it big. How a city keep it this fresh with this many rings? How I play it, call us out the best if you don't even sing. If y'all ducking the heat, I'll start swinging. If you all want a piece, then wait for Thanksgiving. The game's been changing, you gotta think different. Just to stay relevant, you can't give distance. People sleep on jail like they never play big pimpin'. And I hate I got to say it, but they'll never think different. Rappers saying they the shit, but they're really just fecal matter. Taking laxatives to read into EPs to make them fatter. The thing about it, I'm better than half of your rappers out. And frankly, I'm sick of chatter that's blabbering out your mouth. You used to be glad I'm out, but fucking I'm back in it. The city is sacrilegious, like what even happened in this? With everything that I've witnessed, I'm thankful for all my health. I hope I make it to heaven, cause lately I've been in hell. A terrible kind of spell that I've been put under by witches. And now they're after my wealth, I think they turned into bitches. The thing about it is business, so how can I say the richest? Honestly, just go hop on and mumble shit in a minute. Fuck you and all the critics who need to see to believe it. You put the picture, I painted and bleached it, and I retrieve it and left me an empty canvas. Man, I can't understand this. Still I'm writing these stanzas till I'm broken and handless. Wide as an ocean, but I be deeper than all Atlantis. I am ferocious, but I don't see it as an advantage. Everybody, they wonder what a man is made of. It is not to give a fuck what I can and can't touch. In this pen and pad stuff, I think I've had enough. Let's pick it back up before we have to pass some. I know I said it once, but I'ma say it again. Ain't afraid of nothing, no, it wasn't pretend. Come on.
Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich. Fucking with me just ain't the answer.
Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer.
Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich.
Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer.
Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich.
Fucking with me just ain't the answer.
Y'all rather see me hit.
Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me.
H afraid of nothing. H afraid of nothing. H afraid of nothing. H afraid of nothing. H afraid of nothing.
Not a soul can hold me. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul can hold me.
This one's for Prodigy.
The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware. Keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. I got you stuck off the realness.
Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, they scared to look, they shook. Ain't no such thing. such things as halfway crooks.
Not a soul could hold me. Meat just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me hit than see me rich. Fucking with me just ain't the answer. Not a soul could hold me. Just ain't the answer. Y'all rather see me rich than see me hit. I fucked that up.